Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Tanisha and I love taking you along on my reading journey. And in today's video, I'm reading my way through Gran Canaria. As you can see, I am currently at home, but I got home 2 days ago from my summer vacation on Gran Canaria, one of the Canary Islands of Spain. I had so much fun and I obviously vlogged everything that I did reading wise. So this video is a reading vlog of the books that I read on Gran Canaria. I read 2 full books and I started 2 different books. One of the books I soft DNF'd and one I am still reading. I had decided to finish this video once I was home, so I will try to incorporate the last book in a different reading vlog, but I will talk about it more at the end of the video because I realized while editing this video that I didn't record an intro or outro, so that's what I'm doing right now at home. So yeah, grab a drink and enjoy my holiday readings with me. Today is Thursday and it is the first day of my holiday. I just arrived on the Canary Islands. I am in the resort room that I'm staying in. I have not picked up a book yet. My plan was to start reading a book on the plane, but I did not feel like it. I had to wake up at 3:15 a.m., which is obviously an ungodly hour, and I just could not keep my eyes open during the entire flight. It was a 4.5 hour flight. I could have read so much, but I didn't read anything, and I am about to start a new book, so I thought that this was the perfect time to update you. I have a bunch of books downloaded on both my Kindle and my Kobo. I decided to bring both so my mom can also read, but the books that I downloaded to maybe read during my vacation here is The Correspondent by Virginia Evans, Murder Bimbo by Novack, Lost Lambs by Madeline, A Sociopath Guide to a Successful Marriage by M.K. Oliver. I also have downloaded The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand, but obviously I can just download whatever book I want if none of these books speak to me. But my bestie Charlotte has been raving about A Sociopath's Guide to a Successful Marriage, so I'm going to start that and read it as my first book on my holiday, and let's hope this pulls me out of a reading slump because I've been in one for months now. Before I update you on this book, I just want to say that I am in a very hot country right now. It is over 30 degrees Celsius right now. My glasses are fogging up and I just cannot do anything about it. So bear with me. It is currently Saturday and I am about 12% into A Sociopath's Guide to a Successful Marriage. And so far I have been really enjoying this read. The writing is very funny and quick, and even though I've not been reading that much, I feel like I've been flying through the story. I really liked the character from page 1, even though she's not likable at all, but just because of the way this story is written, you cannot hate her. At least I cannot see why you would hate her, at least at the beginning of the book. I obviously don't know what she's going to do during the rest of the story, but before I continue to read this story, I realized that I never said anything about what this book is about. Besides the few quotes Charlotte sent me, I really didn't know what this book was about, but let me just read you the synopsis and tell you what I'm reading right now. So this book is about Lala and she has a lot on her plate. She needs to guarantee her husband makes partner, secure her dream house in Hampstead and get her daughter into a prestigious prep school. And on the afternoon she stabs a stranger 7 times. After he breaks into her living room, she has a 4-year-old's birthday party to host. As a wife and mother, she knows how to multitask. So disposing of a body, framing a friend, and being the world's best mom can easily be managed alongside the usual domestic minutiae, or whatever that word means. Anyway, that sounds pretty amazing. And so far it is amazing. So the expectations were high, but so far it has been met. I obviously have not read a bunch about her character and what she does, but just from the first few chapters you can really see that she is something else. Like, she lacks a lot of empathy, but also her daughter lacks a lot of empathy. So I am very curious to see how that will develop. I have been meaning to update you since I surpassed the 50% mark, but honestly I don't have anything to say about this book that I didn't already say, because all the thoughts that I'm having right now is that I'm absolutely obsessed with the writing style. It is so funny and witty, and the chapters are very short, which I always love. I don't know if I've ever made a reading vlog where I didn't talk about me loving short chapters, but yeah, the reading experience of this book has so far been amazing. I'm honestly just having so much fun. I can already feel myself getting out of this reading slump because of this book, just because I realized that I keep wanting to continue reading, which is something that I have not experienced for a long time now, but I think I'm going to talk about that more in a different video about just reading slumps. But for this book I can only be so positive. It is Wednesday night, it is almost 11 p.m. and I'm going to give you a quick update before I take a shower and crawl into my bed to read some more. I obviously finished A Sociopath's Guide to a Successful Marriage and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. And then I almost immediately started The Intruder by Freida McFadden because my mom actually read it before me and she kept telling me how good it was. So I obviously needed to jump on the bandwagon and also read it. In the next clip I'm going to update you on my progress of this book, but I realized that I never told you what this book is about. So The Intruder by Freida McFadden is a thriller about Casey, who is staying alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere during a huge storm. And then she discovers a young girl outside of her window. She is covered in blood and holding a knife. The girl won't tell Casey what happened and obviously she is hiding something. And that is basically all I'm going to say, because with a Freida McFadden book, the less you know going in, the better. I was back in the resort around, I would say 4:30 p.m. and that's when I started this book. And right now, like I said, it is 11 p.m. and I'm already at 70%. So far, the story is very engaging. It is a real page turner. I just cannot stop reading. I obviously had to stop reading to get some dinner, or at least go to the restaurant and eat some dinner. And I was constantly thinking about the story. So far, Freida has been doing it again. And like I said with the last book. You really need stories like this to get you out of a reading slump. And this book so far has really been getting me out of it. Especially after the 4.5-star book that I read before this one. This is really helping me jump on the wave of getting out of this slump. And I feel myself getting excited about reading again. I'm going to stop yapping. I'm going to take a shower and continue reading this book. It's the next day and I just finished The Intruder by Freida and McFadden. And honestly, after I updated you last, I didn't read anymore until this morning because I felt like I was getting a bit tired, so the story wasn't getting the attention that it deserved. And I'm so glad that I stopped reading yesterday and ended up finishing the book this morning, because with a fresh mind, the ending of the story was so wild. I obviously knew that there were going to be multiple plot twists that would blow my mind because my mom told me so, but I still did not expect to get so bamboozled, because normally I guess plot twists pretty early, and I did my best to try and guess the plot twists, and I just didn't. I was so wrong the entire time, which was an amazing experience. So I'm going to rate this book 4 stars because I had a lot of fun. The chapters were short and honestly it was just a good time. So yeah. That was my second book of this holiday. But the next book that I'm going to read is actually for my book club, and I hope I will get through it just as fast as the previous book. Today is Thursday and I only have one more full day tomorrow, and Saturday morning we will leave to go home, and I think I will end this vlog when I get home. So I hope I'm able to finish this book before the end of the video, but if not, I might just feature it in another way. But for now, my plan is to continue reading today, continue reading tomorrow, leave to the airport Saturday morning, fly home, and then finish this video when I'm back home. I'm about 12% into Lost Lamp, and I honestly feel like a lost lamb myself right now because I'm not sure what's going on. I am reading the chapters which do not have chapter headings, so it's just a new page, and I'm kind of confused because it feels like I am following a lot of people. I cannot really understand who is who, which is difficult. And I honestly don't know if I'm not liking the book or if it's just not for me right now. So basically the question is this book not for me, or is this book not for me right now? Because obviously I just read 2 thrillers back to back and they were both very good, and now I'm reading a completely different genre and I'm not sure if that is a good idea or not. So I might soft DNF the book right now and try another book just to see if it is the book or if it is just me not feeling like reading anymore. And I still have plenty of time to read this book before the meeting, since it is not until I think the 2nd week of September. So even if I soft DNF the book right now and read another book, I am still going to be able to finish it on time. But I just don't want to waste my time on this holiday reading a book that I'm not into. I rather just read a different book, not get myself into another reading slump, if that makes sense. So I'm going to see what I have on my Kindle and read one of those books, and if I do not have anything, I might just download a completely different book just to see if that book is any better. I don't dislike the writing style that the book has, but I don't think I am in the right mood to read it right now. So I'm just going to soft DNF, read a different book, and give this book another try when I'm back home and in a different mood. Those are my thoughts, and I will have more. So I will just update you again when I start another book and I have thoughts about that. It is Friday and my last full day in Gran Canaria. This morning we went to a botanic garden and I had a little stroll. I looked at plants and flowers and bees and I had so much fun. And after I got back, I continued reading my new book because I started Murder Bimbo by Rebecca Novack yesterday. I'm currently 20% into the book and so far I really like it. The entire story so far has just been emails written to a Justice Bimbo. So Murder Bimbo is the one writing the emails and Justice Bimbo is the one receiving the emails. Let me just grab my phone to look at Goodreads to tell you what the book is about. So this book is about a 32-year-old sex worker who killed a politician, and she is now hiding in a cabin in the woods, and she only has high-speed internet. And she has 2 days to basically save her own life, and her best bet is to reach out to the widely popular feminist investigative podcast called Justice for Bimbos. And in the emails, Murder Bimbo basically explains how she got recruited to be an US agent and how she got to the point of killing a politician. So I really like the premise. I know my book bestie Charlotte has already read it and I think she only gave it 3 stars. We have a similar taste, but sometimes I rate books higher than she does and sometimes she does higher than I do. So even though she rated it 3 stars, which don't get me wrong is still a good rating, I am still very curious to see what this book is about, especially because the synopsis is just so interesting.
I don't know if I can find my way out. I'm stuck in a prison of doubt.
It's Monday and I got home 2 days ago, so it is time for me to finish this video. I don't know what I last spoke about regarding the book that I'm reading, but I'm pretty sure I did tell you that I started Murder Bimbo. I tried to finish the book on the airplane home, but I sadly was not able to read that much, so I ended up at around, I would say, 30% of the book, and so far I am still really enjoying the story, but I obviously cannot say a whole lot about what my thoughts are so far because I'm not that far into the story. But so far I am really enjoying the story and I'm also very curious to see where the book is going to take me. So I cannot wait to finish that book, but I'm not going to finish it in this video because I really want this video to just be me on vacation and not me reading at home. So I'm going to try and incorporate the book in a different reading vlog. So yeah, that was today's video. I hope you like it. Comment down below what your favorite holiday destination is, and I'll see you in my next video whenever I post it. Bye!